Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I'm having some kind of internet lag here. I see we have 4 people waiting right now. What's up, Rick? Good to see you. Rick, first on for today. Yeah, I see a little spinning wheel, so unfortunately we might be having a little bit of lag today. I'm not sure. Rick, can you confirm if you can hear everything okay? And good to see you, Doug. It's very strange that I'm seeing the spinning wheel, but I still keep seeing the chat active. All right, here's what we're going to do. Hopefully it'll work, but we've got this beginning 5-finger patterns thing I want to go over. And really I want to talk about locking up the hands and how important it is to work on both hands at the same time. And also some really important things of we're going to do solo piano. We're going to play along with the track. And also just like how do you practice locking up the hands and getting consistent where you can go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And so we're using the 1 and 2 and. The and of 2 is a really important note. 1 and 2 and even the downbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And what you have to do is learn how to play. If you play slow and straight, you can do anything. So 1 and 2 and. We're going to talk about how you lock up the hands and how you build up some working the hands together. So let me do what we always do at iMusicAcademy. We do our shout outs. And again, Rick, first on today. Good to see you, Doug. Doug is the first member of our YouTube channel. And I have something to say about the YouTube channel, which is, this is a kind of funny. So my dad, what's up, Dad? Good to see you. Dad's a member of the All Access group, but he also decided to double dip and become a YouTube member. And so he said, well, how do I do it? And I said, well, you just hit the join button. Well, a couple things is, one, I didn't realize that a lot of people watch this on their phone. I kind of know that, but it was a nightmare to try to join because the button isn't up there that says join. And so anyway, it took us probably like an hour, or what it felt like an hour. But anyway, Dad is a member of both now, so he has a nice little badge for his supporting the YouTube channel as well. And notice this, I'm going to send you guys links that if there's a way to do it where I just send you a link even if you're on your phone, if you want to join the YouTube channel. But that's not what this morning is about. But I just want you guys to know that we got to work out a different solution. I was wondering why we're stuck at now 8 people of the new YouTube channel, which has a ton of free, stuff that you get for a crazy low investment each month. But here we go. So everybody has that PDF that I gave you, the beginning blues sheet. And I'm about to turn on the track, but just remember, whenever I turn on the track, especially when there's a spinning wheel going, there's a slight delay in the track versus what I'm playing, what I'm hearing to what you're hearing. So there might be a little bit of delay, slight delay when I'm demonstrating these things along with the backing track. Again, good to see you, Doug. Good to see you, Dad. Good to see you, Rick. Good to see you, Queen Vic. And all right, I think we're good. Doug is the Speed Police. Rick is Gandalf. James Taylor is the original James Taylor, and Queen Vic is on. All right, here we go. Let's turn on the track and start practicing this stuff. So I'm going to do 90 beats per minute. And let me know if the track is too loud or just right. Here we go. So first thing I'm going to do is get the hands going. I want you working your fingers every day. And I see that Queen Vic has donated to the channel. Vicky, thank you so much for that. That's really nice. All right, let's do that again. And I'm going to do the left hand voicings with it. Just whole notes right now. We're doing automatic pilot, and if you understand automatic pilot, got it in the chat. Yeah, that's really nice. Thank you for supporting the channel that way. Let's do both hands again. Now on purpose, we're just going up and down, but we're about to change things. to go over why we're doing this in just a minute. Okay, let's stop this for a minute. So we have a really awesome group, and a lot of us are. We have a lot of retired guys, a lot of people who have been playing or used to play a long time, and then you're kind of getting back into it. But here's what I know: at any age and at any stage, we need to be working our fingers whenever we sit down. So we're doing a lot of different things whenever we sit down, and we do this 5-finger pattern. One is we are working our fingers. We're also getting the notes under the hand of the first 5 notes of the blues scale. And this is important because it gives you options of things that you can solo with and use in your improvisation. So this beginning blues 5-finger pattern, and let me do this. I want to make sure that our YouTube community has access to this as well. Let me do this really quickly. If you're enjoying this stream, let me know in the chat. That would be awesome. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to my Google Drive so that you guys can have access to this. I want everybody to practice this stuff. All right, Doug says working fingers is helping his finger neuropathy. Hey, that's what I like to hear. I love when you guys are practicing this stuff, and we have a crazy supportive community here. I absolutely love our community. So here we go. Doug, I love the feedback on that. That's awesome. So I'm going to do this new folder. We're going to call this YouTube Blues Community. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this YouTube community, and we're going to add this file here. Now, I sent this out. If you got an email from me this morning, that's because you're on my I really want you to hang out with me list of people that I know and love at iMusicAcademy. Now, it doesn't mean I don't want to hang out with everybody. I just need to get to know everybody so then I can add you on my email list. All right, so I'm sharing this, and all you have to do is just, like, you request this, and I literally go, oh, okay, Johnny wants this. Boom, you have access. There are never any strings attached to what I do. Okay, so let me pause this. So it is in the folder now. Now I have to give you the link because that would be silly if I didn't do that. So share the link, copy the link. Okay, let me put it in the chat. I'm telling you, everyone, this is the key to getting better and enjoying this music. Is you're going to learn simple patterns. You're going to learn how to work your fingers, so you're strengthening your fingers. You're going to learn simple melodic material that you can use and change around. I'm trying to click on the chat. It's not letting me yet. I don't understand why the lag is so bad right now. I shouldn't be having this for the streams. Can't even click on the chat. Let me refresh and see if it'll do it. Okay, I'm going to click in the chat now. Boom. Okay, so let me also put this in the description for any replay viewers. And if you are getting this and you get the PDF and you like it, just let me know that you like it. That's all you have to do. Let me know that you like it. And if you have any questions regarding practicing, I had somebody last night, his name is Jason. He is getting back into blues piano, and he bought one of my original courses, which I thought was awesome. And I think he didn't have his link anymore, and he wanted to start practicing, which is awesome. So Jason, if you, we were communicating back and forth through email, but Jason, I hope you enjoy the link to the course, the newer old course. All right, let me get back to the chat window. Okay, so there we go. It's in the description, everyone, and even on the replay. So have no fear. Make sure you like this video and join the chat and say hello if you want to do that. All right, so this does a lot of things. We just said you're working your fingers up and down. You're also learning melodic material, and that's what this beginning blues sheet is about. And if you look on this sheet, it starts off with a 5-finger pattern, but then it goes right into this where you're locking up the hands. And then it goes into this one of my favorite. And it also does our cheat code of going down 3 half steps, and now you're on the A blues scale. So that's what these 5-note blues scales are doing. It gives you a ton of melodic material, and you can turn it around so many different ways. So another thing it does is it helps us lock up the hand when I use what we call automatic pilot. All I'm doing is taking a simple blues like our quarter note bass line and going 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you play it slow, 1 and 2, your F note gets the C and A. And then your G gets the C and G. So let's do that slowly. Together. And on the way back down, the C and A gets the F. On the way up and the way down, your middle finger gets the F. And if you understand that, got it in the chat. Now, guys, this is I'm telling you, this is what's going to help you lock things up. Slow and straight. I always say if you're having trouble with that sort of swing feel, because really blues is like a triplet feel when you're thinking of a slow blues. If I think 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4, or 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, it helps me get into that swing feel. But you can start building the muscle memory by doing this. 1 and like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay? Hey, I have a question for you guys. Let me know if your computer or on your phone. Put that in the chat. I'm curious to know, since I'm been asking people, hey, if you want to get in on the ground level and support the channel through the new YouTube community. Maybe you're not ready to be an all-access member or a Chord Academy member. That's absolutely fine. Maybe you just want to hang out, but there's also the join button. That's an easy intro to getting into where you get tons of material, great access to me, and great access to our community as well. Doug is a member of the YouTube community, and he's a part of the family from day one. So here we go. This 5-note pattern. Here's what I'm going to suggest you do is pick one of those ideas, like this one is the third one in the example. And what's great about that example is I can play that over every single chord, even on G. And the C blues scale, if you're in the key of C, we know that it works over the entire blues. So let me demonstrate that now. I'm going to do this example, which is the third example on the second line, and you do this. Boom, ba, ba, da, 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 5-note blues scale, and I can play that in any key, right? Or G. Okay, so we have phone, computer. Rick's on his phone. Awesome. Gandalf, I'm impressed. All right, here we go. Let's do this track, and I'm going to just use that one idea. Here we go. Even when it goes to F13. How about blues scale? Let's do that again. Both hands. the blues scale again coming down. Let me stop that. So notice that almost that whole time, didn't I just do the same idea over and over? Boom, ba, ba, dee, da, 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 ba, da, da, boom. So let's do this. Let's think about other ways you can take this to the next level. You know that this is just one idea on this 15, there are probably 15 patterns on this one sheet. But I could take this idea of the very first one, which does the first 5 notes of the blues scale, and I could pick another key, like just rattle out some different keys, and let's show you, I'm gonna show you how I would practice this a couple ways. We know we have the up-down approach, where you could work on D flat with the exact same fingering. You could go down to back to C and then down to B. Yeah, and Vicky, thank you again for that nice donation. That's so nice. I love it. C, D flat, and B. And now all of a sudden you're playing in B and you never thought you could do that. And Rick says A flat, so watch this. First 5 notes of the A blues scale, and now I'm... Then you have the blues scale. Okay? And you guys know the trick on the blues scale. Okay, now, yeah, somebody do one other key. Let's do one other random key. Now, as Rick is actually saying A flat, we get the first 5 notes of the A blues scale. So if I show up somewhere and they say, all right, let's do blues and A flat, and maybe you're like, okay, I'll play with you guys. And here you go, A flat blues. You know the first 5 notes, you could survive and thrive with that. Okay, so Vicky says key of G. G, B flat, C, C sharp. So the first 5 notes of the G blues scale. Now, how do we know how to do the first 5 notes of the blues scale? Because it's a formula. The formula is this. You have to know your major scales, right? So G major has 1 sharp. And we learned that just like we learned C major has no sharps, no flats, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And we say, how do you form the first 5 notes of the blues scale? 1, flat 3, 4, sharp 4, and 5. And if you understand that, put God in the chat. That's what we call a formula that we're using. Numbers, left to right, always. 1, flat 3 of the C major scale. The 4, the sharp 4, and the 5. So now we have this. So when you go to G, G major has 1 sharp to sing the scale, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, and the formula is 1, flat 3, 4, sharp 4, and 5. And once I get into this position, Rick knows that we have a shape, what we call shape 1, and I can survive and thrive and sound like $1,000,000 if somebody says, hey, come on, let's play a G blues. And I go, all right, cool, let's go. And I'm just doing that one lick. Okay, now I want to show you 2 other very quick things. We're going to go back to the key of C because I'm going to use the C backing track, okay? And if you're just now joining us, I want you to know that I'm putting this PDF not only for our members and our new YouTube community, channel, I want you guys to know that it's in the description or the chat or the description. Just click on it and I'll say, oh yeah, this person wants access. And then I'm just going to hit, okay, here you go. And you download this thing because it has 15 ideas. So let's see. All right, I've got my email pulled up. So I'm just like waiting for somebody if they need to get this chart. Okay, there's somebody. All right, so I'm just waiting for you guys to, if you need this chart. But here we go. So back to C, because I want to show you 3 other things. We know that you can go down 3 half steps from your original key. So C down to A, and now we do the first 4 notes of the C blues scale. This is actually in the PDF, and let me scroll down here. I'm going to go to the 3rd line, which has this. This is one of our cheat codes. We know this, right? So now I'm going to put on the backing track, and I'm either going to do, and that's the first note, 4 notes of the A blues scale, and listen to how that sounds. I'll go up the octave. My hands go down 3 half steps from C, and now I'm at the A blues scale. Here we go. I love that line. Because you can even turn that around so many different ways, right? Right, Doug? You had this? I'll turn it around a few ways. Here we go. Over and over, I can do this. Real simple. I kind of like that. I went bo-da-da-ba-da-da. All right, we have somebody. We have a customer here. 1 second. All right, Rick's a member now of the YouTube community. This will be a fun little folder we're going to get going. Now watch this. You have this idea of the first 5 notes of the blues scale. Now let's add that with our new cheat code right there. Here we go. We're going to do one of those 2 ideas. Here we go. Sorry. That's the first, second, and 3rd example. Now watch this one more time. Cheat code. Okay, now we're going to take it to the next level. You guys ready? All right, here's what we're going to do. The very next example to the right, and I love this, is the Oscar Peterson. Kind of an Oscar Peterson thing. And you guys know that I always love to do those little octave runs that have the tritone in there. Now, that's not what I'm trying to get you guys to do, but I love that sound. Let me turn this track off for a second because this is so important. And I know Rick loves this idea, but this idea of your blues scale, right? And you can use your tritone. The tritone sounds really fancy, but all it is the 4 away and the sharp 4 away. So C up to F sharp, the interval of a tritone. It's a sharp 4 away. And that it's a neat sounding interval, but also notice that it's a part of the blues scale. So I can go. And that is just the blues scale notes, right? The first 5 notes, but it has a little different feel when you go use the octave and you go, right? It's a neat tension kind of sound. Okay, now we're going to add those 3 ideas. I can use the tritone, or I can use the third example, or I can use the cheat code. Okay, let's do it. 90 beats per minute. 1, 2. Let me know if it's too loud or not. I'll go up the octave. Now, here we go, cheat code. Let me pull up my email in case somebody else needs the chart. All right, here we go, cheat code. Oscar Peterson. I'm just turning it around different ways to get different sounds. We have this. Do is you have 3 ideas. Now what we have to do this. The idea of the major third, and everybody write a 3 in the chat. We can't just play our minor thirds. It sounds awesome to do our minor thirds. All day long I could do shape 4 from iMusicAcademy, and you're up here with all this tension. But we need some light. We need some lightness on our improvs. So we're going to go to this major third, which is an enclosure. Vicky knows that. She always gets it right. This idea of da instead of dum, I could go, but occasionally I want to hear this. All right, now, secret sauce. Everybody lock in. So we're talking secret sauce. In this PDF, I'm guessing we just have like members in here now, but I would love it. We have 8 people watching, and go grab this PDF. It's in the description or in the chat. There's a link, and I want you to be practicing these things. Watch this. A blues scale, but occasionally I want to go to that major third. You know you can do the Ray Charles, where you go 1, 2, 2, 4, 5. Right from what I'd say, right? Where it's actually on the 5th. But you can do it on the 3rd. We're doing it as a blues and getting that minor third to major third and learning how to slide those notes. But notice what it does when I go. It gets me to that 6th note, that A note. In our blues playing, everybody write these 2 notes, actually 3 notes. I want you to write this in the chat. I want you to write the note A in the chat with a comma, and I want you to put B flat, and then the one other one is E. Now we already know the E flat is a really important note, so we don't have to write that in. We know that our E flat, we take care of that. But I want you to write A, B flat, and A, what did I want you to do? A, oh, and then the F sharp. A, B, flat, and F sharp. Oh, I said E. I'm sorry, I said E. We already know the F sharp. Yeah, E. You're right. The reason is that's your major third. Now watch this. When I do this, it's just like the A up here. That's from Blues Volume 1, that little lick right there. And that's kind of Oscar Peterson-ish as well. But I could go secret sauce for days, but then I want to hear that major third, and I can go Ray Charles to get there, right? And a little Oscar Peterson ish as well. That's my tritone, my F sharp. So really, guys, that's 3 ideas. 1, C blues scale, first 5 notes, tritone, and your A blues scale. All right, George. Good morning, George. We're going to add George to the list to our YouTube community. George is actually a member of our Chord Academy, and George is one of those people who has supported iMusicAcademy for a long time. George is awesome. All right, so George is a member of our little folder that we're putting these things in. All right, actually, I don't even think it makes you a member of it. It just gives you access to the folder or this PDF. Here we go. So this idea of, I said 3 things. We're actually going to call it 4 ideas because you have the major third. 1 is this. 2 is our secret sauce in the A blues scale. 3 is your tritone, and 4 will be your major third idea. Okay, with just those 4 things in mind, let's improvise with that. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put just whole notes in the left hand. So we're going to go up this scale, and after I do that for a while, then I'm going to do that lick, which is in the PDF. Remember that this lick will work over every chord. Let's go down the secret sauce. Let's stay on the secret sauce. All right, now we need a little light. We need that Ray Charles major third. Secret sauce. Now let's add the Oscar Peterson tritone. Here we go. And 2, and 3, and 4. Secret sauce. Try Ray Charles. All right, now, because you guys are so amazing and so awesome, we're going to add one little bonus. You know what the bonus, what note could we give as a bonus? I'm going to see if Gandalf, the all-knowing, knows what note we're going to add. Now, we already know. Let's write these 4 notes or 5 notes in the chat, and then there's going to be a bonus note. So we're going to write A, B flat, and wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, we did A and B flat, and then we did E flat and E and A, right? Actually, I already gave you the bonus. The bonus is, I don't know why did I write B flat in there originally? Because that's your bonus note. The reason I said A and B flat is because I want everybody to realize this, and we're going to go in for 5 more minutes. But you had this, the A blues note. When you're playing your blues, think about that note. Or this. Those 4 notes right there. But our B flat is such a crucial note. Da 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 da. And that went from really bluesy flat 7 to the lightness of the major third. And when I go to F, I have to go to E flat. And the reason is because an F7 has an E flat. Now, for those of you who are members, you know that that's right out of our course, 20 Tips for 5-Minute Practice Success. In that course, this is in there. How to play that Ray Charles thing. This is also in there. And this are both in there, as well as this right here. Like if you're going to go back and revisit a course, one of my favorite ones is what do you do for 20 tips for 5-minute practice success, because they're all in there, and it's all about 2 measure. What do you do if you don't have a lot of time to practice? And then the other thing is 2 measure phrases that show you exactly how to do all these ideas. So I'm going to recap. You have the C first 5 notes of the blues scale. You have the cheat code of going down 3 half steps of whatever key you're in. You have your Oscar Peterson. Actually, it's written like this, but you can play it a lot of different ways. And then you have your minor third to major third. And I want everybody to get this. This is so crucial. If I'm looking for that major third sound, notice that's a C triad, and I can go 3, 5, 4, 2, 3, 1. I can do it on F, G, and I'm doing the same exact pattern and same exact muscle memory in every key that I'm doing. 3, 5, 4, 2, 3, 1. And why in the world is that important? Because what we're doing with all of this stuff is we're building up muscle memory. Like if you took that one example, the very first example in this PDF, and you say, all right, I'm going to do it slow and straight. 1 and 2. My middle finger is going to line up with that C and A. And then on the way back down, it does the same thing. So it doesn't matter what key I'm in now. Same muscle memory. Same muscle memory. Right? So that's when we learn these ideas, same thing with this. I go, same muscle memory. That's why I love repetition, and I say repetition is your friend, okay? So, all right, so we're going to wrap up here. I've got like 2 minutes. I'm going to turn on the track one more time. Yeah, it's almost like I'm going to get you to write out every note. Let's do it one more time. We're going to turn on the track, but you have these 4 ideas I want you to practice. C blues scale, first 5 notes. Cheat code, first 4 notes. All of these are in this PDF. The tritone from Oscar Peterson is in that PDF. And then the bonus one that's not really in there is the major third, just the C triad, but also the flat 7. You want to get really bluesy and jazzy? Sometimes if I wake up in the morning and I'm not really feeling bluesy, I might go the flat 7. I might go dee da 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 da, and I'll spend time there, and then I'll go dee da 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 bum ba da 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 bum ba da 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 da, every single key, right? Dee da 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 bum. Let me do that again. So I'm A flat and D flat. So go around the key and just pick one key at a time. Take your time and do it at whatever speed you want to do. Super slow. All right, here we go. We're turning on the track. We're going to have some fun. Just get a couple of ideas. 2, a 1, 2. I'll start it on the flat 7. Again. Now watch when I go to the F chord, I can actually go to the flat 7 of F. And then back to the flat 7. Now how about the flat 7 of G? F. B flat. Let's do that again, that was so nice. Same thing on G, flat 7. All right, here we go. First 5 notes of the blues scale. That's the third example. Maybe I want to go the first 5 notes in both hands. All right, here's the cheat code. Here we go. A blues scale. Cheat code. Cheat code. All right, Oscar Peterson idea. Here we go. Flat 7. I love that so much. All right, here we go. We have Little Light. F, visualizing the triad. Flat 7. Anything you want. Here we go. All right, guys, what a fun lesson. Have you enjoyed this lesson? Let me know in the chat. Let me just check my email again to see if anybody else needs this PDF. Let's see. Okay, nobody else so far. Now, a lot of you got it from the email today, so you already have it, but I'm still going to add some things to this. We'll call this the YouTube community thing. So, all right, so what we always do is we say goodbye to each other, and I love our community. It's so amazing. And what I'm going to do is just say goodbye to everybody for now, and today is Thursday. We'll do a Chord Academy lesson tomorrow morning, and we always keep those to 30 minutes. And this is supposed to be 30 minutes long, but I knew it was going to be a little longer because I wanted to go live on YouTube. And I'm waiting, whenever somebody else wants to join our YouTube membership, it's a really cool thing, but I always want to make sure it feels good for you. So there is a link if you're on your computer to join it. and you just look at the different tiers, and I've been just like overly generous because you guys are awesome, and I always just want to over deliver. So if you want to support the channel that way, I appreciate that as well. Thank you to the double dippers who are doing both. Also want to say thank you to Vicky for donating $2 to the chat today, or to the stream today. All of that is very helpful and much appreciated. Rick, good to see you first on the day. Rick is the Gandalf of iMusicAcademy. Doug is the speed police whenever I'm doing something too fast. And he's also the first ever YouTube membership guy. So thank you for that. We have T-Man, my dad, who's a member of everything, including now an official member of the YouTube community. He hit join. We finally figured out how to do that. He's an elite member. Thank you, Dad. You're awesome. Let's see. Queen Vic is a member of everything, of course. And thank you again for the donation. We have Doug, of course. That's everybody. Does anybody else? Have we got everybody? Is Hugh in the building today? J-Man showed up yesterday, which was awesome. And while you guys are saying goodbye to each other, I'm going to show you 3 simple jazz chords that sound beautiful. All right, here's your little jazz loop of the day. If you put a B, let's do this. Let's go. Let's put a B flat in our left hand, and then you're going to put a D minor triad in first inversion, and you get a really beautiful chord right there. A B flat major 7, right? Now watch this. Listen how nice that is. Oh. And then you're gonna go. We're gonna go here. Let's go here. We're gonna go. And then we're gonna go. That's kind of cool. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Let's do that. Resolve it. Or you can go. Hey, how about that? Simplicity.